please join me in welcoming Nipuna Jayasinghe to the stage with a 40-minute talk on AI-powered resource management. Nipuna, over to you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Nipuna Jayasinghe from Syncad Technology. So, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. It is a pleasure to be here by representing Syncad Technology. Let me give a very brief introduction about my organization. I will quickly walk through with a very short slide with you. Okay, we are a company established in 2010, 100% Sri Lankan-based, Sri Lankan-owned organization. And right now, we have grown up to more than 200 full-time employees working with us already. We are working as a team, and same time, we have expanded our operation to USA, and now we are in a process of expanding our operation further to Japan as well. So far, within our journey, 15 years period of time, we have earned hearts of more than 500 customer base, Sri Lanka and international wise. I'm pretty happy here. There are a couple of faces who exactly know my story here. Chintaka, a very friend from Long. As I know, I believe they exactly know the history of Syncad Technology. So it's a pleasure to be here. And I will quickly give you the vision of my organization. As a growing organization, we believe young talent with our people, and we are capitalizing that young talent within our organization. So that is the secret of our organization. And this is our product portfolio. We are having an ERP solution, efficiency management tool. Same time, we have been into gaming. We are into gaming since 2019, and we do have an ERP solution as well. There's another interesting product that you can try. This one, HealLift. That's for mind relaxation and mental relaxation. You can have a look at that product. It's a good hint for you. Okay, let me quickly finish this over and jump into today's main topic. We are a company doing the 50% resource augmentation part as well. Basically, IT product stack and the resource augmentation part as well. So that's the very high level idea about the organization, Syncad Technology, the company which I am representing. Okay, so let me quickly jump to the main topic, the discussion topic of today. We are bringing here today a AI-powered, mainly using AI technology, AI-powered efficiency management tool. So, as I said, we are a company who established in 2010 and slowly grown up within last 15 years. And there's a nice story behind the organization as well. So, within the time being, when we are hitting the market, we have faced a lot of challenges because as a startup organization in 2010, we start with a very minimal capital investment and slowly we bring our working capital and now we are hitting the market. So within our last 15 years of experience, when it's come to the resource efficiency and the performance, we are having a very large experience, wide range of experience, how to capitalize people, talent within an organization. So this whole presentation, this whole topic is regarding that area. Overcoming employee efficiency challenges with agile leadership. Okay, let me take one use case, very simple use case. I believe a lot of audience from here coming from the tech background, direct tech background. So you might be having the exact idea about how IT organization operate or either how implementation organizations operate. So basically the use case which I am taking today, it's related to my own story as well, Syncad Technology story as well. But I'm taking a general use case which is also relevant to my organization. Let me name this organization as Tech-Based Solution Limited. It's an organization you cannot find anywhere, virtual organization. So basically I'm taking that name alias for this conversation. And we assume that organization is coming from a medium scale level, not a very large scale organization, but not a startup. So it's representing the medium scale organizations which are in the market. I'm taking that example because it's very easy to understand the both way, the large scale organizations and small scale organizations by comparing a medium scale organization. So basically products would be ERP, POS, IoT and smart home solutions, IT products and hardware products as well. So department wise, for today's this use case, I'm taking couple of departments: management, HR, finance, software implementation, hardware implementation, same time operation and support departments as well. And I'm taking one simple example. Team consists of product owner, scrum master, and a BA, solution architect, tech lead, and same time senior software engineer, and QA lead and a senior QA engineer. I'm pretty sure you might be curious, what is the exactly efficiency means? I'm pretty sure you might be curious right now, because I'm taking this use case as a typical IT organization, a regular general IT organization, and that IT organization invents software, same time the hardware as well. So within my use case, within my example, I'm taking one of critical challenges this kind of typical organizations facing, the time manner. Basically, when you are delivering a project, when you are delivering a product, definitely you might be faced with this challenge, how to manage your time. That means how to analyze your time properly prior to doing a task, prior to doing a project, and how to maintain that velocity within the project. So it's the one of key factor which we have to consider when it's come to the employee efficiency, productivity of organization, or either it might be a product. So for this example, I'm taking one very simple example, numbers. For this project, we are taking the budget as 1.5 million and we are allocating 3 resources. I'm taking a very simple example because everyone can easily understand. And let's assume these resources, these 3 resources who are allocating for the project, they are equally paid and they are allocated for one project, and one resource, the total salaries would be 250,000 for a resource, and we are supposed to get the best usage from these resources along with 2-month period of time. So basically, when these three resources allocated for this one project, within 2 months period of time, we have to burn 1.5 million budget from our pocket. So that's my case number 1, and let's assume if everything went well, definitely we can complete this project within 2 months period of time within our targeted budget. But I'm pretty sure you might be knowing, you might be having the exposure, projects cannot close like in that manner. That means when it's come to the practical side, definitely timelines are dragging up because of plenty of reasons. Sometimes requirement might not be clear. Sometimes you have to do the R&D part, and those R&Ds taking some bit of a time than the initial analysis. Likewise, anyway, the timeline is dragging. So the main important part that you need to think as an organization, once it's come to the efficiency part, you need to think, if this project, same project, which is burning 750,000 worth of budget for a month, drag for another 1 month, what would be the impact that your organization get? So basically, if this project drag for another 1 month, definitely you have to allocate another 750,000 worth of salary for your employees. That's simple as that. So anyway, end of the day, when you're completing the project, if time drags, then this would be the impact. You have to allocate an additional budget, then that will be a burden for the organization. So this is one of very common mistake, not actually mistake, this is one of very common thing happen within the industry. Especially if you are experiencing a product company, then you might be aware about the facts and figures. Okay. So let's keep in mind, first fact is time within this use case, and same time, I will reveal another interesting topic for you. Have you ever aware about the tech pyramid? That means within an organization, have you ever worried previously about the tech pyramid that you need to maintain under the organization? The tool that we are discussing about today, the framework that we are revealing to you today, mainly when we analyze the market, when we analyze even our organization and set of couple of other organizations already in the market, we have realized the tech pyramid is properly not mapped with their expectation. So basically, within this example, you can see for this project, there are 6 tech leads are allocated, and then there are 10 associate tech leads are allocated. Then the senior software engineer, the most number allocated, 25 number of heads. Then software engineers 20, and associate software engineer number would be very lesser, 13. So it's an unstructured, it's not a pyramid, unstructured pattern. Right? But when it's come to the financial, when it's come to the real numbers, once we also realize once we implemented this framework, only we realize what's happening there behind the scene of the organizations. So basically, with this unstructured pattern, people are burning budget. Organizations are burning budget uncontrollably. That means, end of the day, most of our tech leads we have seen in the industry, they are doing the coding part. They are not bringing the leadership part for the organization. They are not bringing the real agile concept. They are not bringing the real efficiency for the organization. This is one of big mistake which most of the organizations which are currently operating in Sri Lanka and worldwide doing. So we have to have a clear understanding what is our combination. Bringing high-end resources won't bring any relief for the project. That is the statement. Basically, later on you can further see the facts and figures how they work. Okay, and there's another big mistake. Most of the product-based company, IT companies, they are not much aware about the employee efficiency do in the market. Passive visibility. That means if you think of the task management tool which are available in the market, which are available in the industry, you can see the facts and figures, numbers, the burn budget once it after happen. But prior to happen, there's no way you can do the prediction, there's no way you can do the estimation. This is one of key area that we bring our value by using set of AI technologies and set of methodologies that we have introduced under the Agile Scrum framework, and we wrap up for this framework. So basically, passive visibility is very dangerous for the project managers and the teams, and the end of the day, the organization. So once it's happened, you cannot bring it back. So anyway, it's happened. Then people are thinking, okay, this has happened, next time we will be improving. But again and again, this same cycle repeats. This is one of key area that we have to keep in mind regarding considering this use case. And same time, I will quickly jump into the next part, lack of financial visibility. This is one of additional area which I have seen when we do the market research in the market. Most of the project managers, most of the product managers, they are not aware about the budget that they are burning within the project. So sometimes you might be remembering the physical experience that with you, most of the project managers, most of the leaders within the organization, they are doing the project, they are doing the task, they are doing the completion of the task, they are doing the UATs, they are doing all the project related stuff, but they are not aware how much of budget they have burned so far, how much of budget left for the project. So this is one of very dangerous area we have to keep in mind when you considering employee efficiency. If you are improving your efficiency within your organization, please pay some attention for the budgets which allocated for the project managers and how they burn. Right. Okay. Right. Then again, I'm talking, I will jump into the cost factor, which I have just explained to you using a real world example. Let's assume within this scenario, for a tech lead, monthly salary would be 500,000 and hourly rate would be 2,840. So basically, for a tech lead, current market rate in Sri Lanka, this is the average value we have taken, we have to pay 2,840 rupees. Then again, for a software engineer, we will take one example. We are allocating for 180,000. Then hourly cost would be 1,022 rupees divided from their monthly salary in 176. How many hours they work. So these are the two salary scales that we are considering within this example. And our current methodology, most of the organizations which are operating in the industry, we have seen in scenario 1, they are allocating one tech lead with a superpower, with super technical literacy, with super capability, a lead position to do the coding part. That means allocating for 4 hours for a tech lead, end of the day, it would cost 11,300 for this particular task. This task we consider as creating a login form in an ERP solution. It's a very common functionality, but when you allocate a tech lead, senior tech lead guy for a project, end of the day, within 4-hour period of time, you have to pay a paycheck of 11,360. But if you properly align your tech pyramid within the organization, if you properly align the goals and the targets set within your organization, if you assign tech lead to do the leadership part, agile leadership part, efficient leadership part, that for that resource, we have to take 1 hour allocation. The coding part, anyway, either AI or software engineer can do within the budget of 6,132. End of the day, for the same task, within 7 hours period of time, you can complete within a margin of 2,388. It almost 20% from your budget. So basically, I believe now you have the sense, now you have the visibility, the way that I am driving to the point. If you think of the way that efficiency fact need to be placed within your organization, it's very tricky. The tools that you are using right now within your organization, you have to again check, do you have this visibility within the project? So this is the pitch I am putting you in. I believe you got the understanding. So again, I will clear one factor, one question that might be coming to your mind. If a tech lead do the same task within 4-hour period of time, the same task we can do with a software engineer and a tech lead within 7-hour period of time. So there is a gap in between 3-hour period of time. So what will happen for that 3-hour period of time? Anyway, you might be sensing that is dragging the project. But it is not the case. If you are having a proper efficiency management framework within your organization, within your company, within your control, this additional 3 hours, you can catch up with another parallel task. So basically, the way that you manage, the way that you bringing value to your project, bringing value to your organization. So that's the effort versus financial analysis. I believe you got the high-level understanding, the topic that I am discussing about. So basically, the current frameworks which are available in the market mainly focusing for KPI factors, key performance indication factors. But when you think of the efficiency, when you think of the agile practice with efficiency management, definitely you will have to again and again think what are the goals. That means if you think of the performance KPI under KPI framework, you might be realizing performance are measured by the business goals. Anyway, when you think of the efficiency framework, the effectiveness, the same goals that you might be achieving, but your resources, your employee definitely have to think about the utilization of time and resource, the same goal that you can achieve. That means same goal, same achievement, your people would be thinking how efficiently close a task, complete a task. Goal would be same, but the approach would be different. Likewise, I'm not going to in detail explain the definitions in here within the play. Okay, so to cater all those problems which you have seen previously, we have, as an organization, in 2019 to 2021, we face the same problem. Right now, there is no any proper tool we cannot afford in the market to find the employee efficiency, same time to see the budgets, how the budgets are flowing within the organization. So we have to come up with an idea, we have to come up with a solution. Based on that, we have invented this tool called H2PAL. H2PAL, the tool, it is mainly developed for cover three areas: finance management, task management, and HR management. So it covers almost 360 of an organization, 360 of a project and product flow. Okay, so then I will further clear a little bit of a detail. Proper AI-driven resource management system optimize multi-project execution. The example which I have taken previously, it is for only one project. But when it's come to the real life, product-based organizations, product-based companies who invent the physical hardware or either firmware, product-based companies, one resource might be allocated for a couple of projects. So the complexity of the nature again and again more coming worse when you don't have a vision regarding the efficiency. So you have to think the way, you have to again evaluate the way that you are managing the projects right now with traditional agile framework, with the task completion approach. The efficiency plays a key role within the project. So in here, designed to detect both bottlenecks, blockers, and inefficient real time, this tool mainly we are catering that area as well, and encourage agile teams to structure for smooth project execution as well within the framework. Same time, project managers need definitely have the financial visibility, because time is money. End of the day, if you use over budget within a project, that impact for the organization, that impact for the project as well. So these are the key areas, beneficial areas that you can enjoy within this framework. Okay, since the time is limited, I will quickly jump to the next two slides as well. Then I will quickly go through with a workaround how we invent our solution using AI technology and our framework, how that came to life and how we implemented within our organization. So basically, for the resource management, when you think of the resource management, work allocation is a must. That means how many hours that you are allocating for a resource to get the task delivered by the resource. Same time, the efficiency fact. Efficiency fact, that is the most important part, which right now people are not much aware and not much interested in. So same time, with this tool, with this framework, we are introducing hourly rate concept for the organization and projects. Either it might be one project or projects. Same time, the skill set. By using H2PAL tool, you can manage the skill set as well, and the governance and compliance framework within the organization, like ISO 27001 or any security related compliance, you can manage within the framework by having a proper structure within the organization. Same time, I believe you might be having the experience. We are taking lot of meetings and we are taking notes every time, all the time. But end of the day, some minutes got missed without any notice. So within this efficiency framework, we are counting, we are considering every fact as important thing. With the support of AI technology, we have introduced, we have invented not to miss at least one of meeting minutes within the organization. So if we can have a proper product structure within the organization, some concept like Confluence, we can amalgamate whatever the meeting minutes which are discussed in the meeting under our product. So basically, none of the meeting minutes won't miss if you have a proper efficiency framework and a tool like this H2PAL implemented within your organization. And same time, self-visibility, this is one of key area that you need to focus. If an employee see what is his efficiency, definitely he will be encouraging to gain more efficiency within the next month if current value is low. So self-visibility is very important, and leaves notes like basic functions within this framework we have introduced. Same time, for a project we are considering the budget, time management, and very important, the efficiency fact against a project, and risk management part, we need to think when you are considering a project, you have to think the risk management part, how it affects for a project, what are the risks that you can identify within a project. So basically, meeting minutes and daily resource allocation also one of key area you have to focus within the efficiency framework. If you bring this kind of a framework for your organization, this is impact for the project. Prior to jumping the demonstration part, I will quickly take a moment here to explain you right now with the AI technologies, with the new innovations, the same way Sam just now discussed with you, one resource people are expecting to work 10 times. That means if you think of a coding guy who already working in the industry, nowadays with the AI technology, that resource need to be converted as a multi-talented resource, otherwise that resource won't exist in the market for within next couple of years. Definitely there will be an impact, there will be a risk for his job. So basically, illustration, documentation, designing, managing, reporting, execution, planning, testing, lot of skills that resource need to be developed with AI technologies. I'm not going to very detail-wise explain you these details, because with the previous conversations, I believe you have heard a lot of opportunities, lot of ways that you can bring AI technologies to your organization. For this conversation, we are mainly focusing about the efficiency part, how you can bring efficiency management framework for your organization, how you can bring it with agile practices for your organization. So basically, we have to think the way how we can improve efficiency within the organization. Okay, then I will quickly jump into the main part that with today's discussion. Okay, right. As I explained to you, this is one of demo instance we set up for this event. Under here, the resolution is a bit low. Let me zoom in. Okay, right. So this will give you the exact picture about the efficiency facts that we are looking in. So at a glance, if you are having a proper efficiency framework within your organization, you can see how the cost is breakdown for a particular resource within the organization. So for this example, this Kasun Dias, this demo resource, you can see as an organization we have to pay 90,000 worth of salary at the end of the month, right? So today's date is up to today's date, we are as an organization we are liable to pay a current cost 16,544 rupees. And same time, as a manager, as a product owner, you can see what is the amount that you need, that actually resource did within this month for the organization. So basically, for this instance, for this example, as an organization, you have to pay 16,000 worth of salary for the resource, but only the value that resource bring to your organization, only the task, only the completion rate that resource completed within the period of time, only 5,000 rupees. Then you can see what is the gap in between the resource actual allocation and the financial values. These records, this view, employee utilization can only see for the HR people, for the project managers, this is their view. So they can see the percentage within the project, which percentage, what is their task allocation, what is the efficiency that they gain within the month. So you wouldn't be exposing any financial details, but the percentage detail your project manager can see and ask the employee to improve their efficiency, improve their skill set, follow more and more courses, follow more and more knowledge bases, and improve their knowledge and bring some value for the organization. Okay, then this is the view. If if a resource log into their dashboard, this is the view that they can see. They can see their own efficiency, their task allocation, what are the pending tasks. Same way, we can, as the management, we can encourage resources to improve their efficiency and keep in a good rate. So likewise, by having a proper efficiency framework within your organization, you can add some value for the company. And this is one of core key area I need to highlight here. Most of the task management tool which exists in the market right now does not have a prediction calculator. That means you cannot see what will happen if we increase the number of allocated man hours this particular resource do for this project. Let's assume I increase the number of man hours for this particular resource allocated within the project for 400. Now you can see how you are gaining loss within the project. That means instantly, prior to allocate a task for a particular resource, you can do the simulation part. Project managers, end of the day, they can see how the cost is borne within the project and how it is distributed within the project. Same time, they can see the current picture in the left side. They can see what is their allocated, what is the number of tasks allocated and what is their hourly rate. And if we allocate 280 man hours, then what is the profit or what is the budget margin that we are safe, whether we are safe within the budget margin. Or either, by having an efficiency framework, you can request a technical wise matching cost efficient resource from your superior manager if your project is going to lose. Likewise, we are giving some prediction form for the project managers and those who execute in the project. Same time, all the visibilities are here. And risk also, if there's a risk is listed, that's also will come under here. Likewise, if you are having a proper efficiency framework established within your organization, definitely the risk would be very minimal. Definitely the impact, end of the day, once after a timeline is completed, you can minimize the risk and mitigate the risk. So that is the very high level idea about the efficiency framework. If you are properly implementing efficiency framework within your organization, how you can bring value for your projects and products. So I was quickly jumped step by step because this is very wide area. Within this 40 minutes of time, I cannot complete all the areas, but this is the very high level concept. Same agile practice, same agile concept, or either it might be Scrum or Kanban or any other framework. If you are implemented within your organization, now it's the correct time you to think how efficiency fact important for your organization, and same time by introducing AI related technologies, by introducing new concepts, you can boost up your efficiency, you can boost up your abilities within your organization. So that's the very high level idea and the message I just try to convey to you. And I only left 2 minutes. So if you have any question, you can ask right now. You can see the details later on by visiting our website. So basically, the efficiency framework, if you are introducing efficiency framework for your organization, you can see the additional details within our website. So anyone have any question regarding this topic?
Hi, Nipuna. I think I'm audible.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
please.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is not a question from me, but a question received from the audience. So the question is, with the emerging AIs, the ability to do innovations has become a bit more easy.
Yes,
For an
exactly.
example, if you have a strong innovative idea, you can easily create a prototype most of the time by using AI. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, definitely. With the new technology, a lot of processors, lots of existing processors are now become very easy. Basically, if you think of the previous era that we work, creating a prototype would take at least 1 week for a complex prototype. So either we have to come up with the illustration to showcase the customer. But nowadays, the technology is more improved. Nowadays, the technology is more evolving. So you can generate a prototype within couple of minutes. So definitely, we have to educate the employees. That means people who are working under organization for this technology, we have to adapt them. Definitely, that will reduce their working effort, same time improve their efficiency for creating prototypes. So it is definitely adding a value for the organization and improving the quality of the work that they do, and the error rate also we can mitigate. That's all. There's another question from the audience. Please go ahead. Okay.
Hi Nipuna, this is a kind of a scenario I am bringing in. I think if you can help to understand through your solution, it will be great. The case is now, I have a small theme for the scenario as well. AI is not the final decision maker, right? So it is, human is the final decision maker. So let's say you have a senior developer who is capable of delivering a task because he has the capability and everything. So he will get the assistance of AI, plus he can review his code and he can make the final decision as well because he is capable to do so. The second case is, same task we are going to deliver to three junior developers. So they will get the assistance of AI tool, but they can't make the final decision because they are juniors. So they will have to depend on the senior person in order to review that code, plus to make the final decision maker. So now your platform is trying to bring in the efficiency, right? So could you please walk through the scenario via your platform and tell us in detail a little bit how it's going to work?
Okay, right. So when we think of the scenario that you have highlighted, for the junior guys who are working under organization, definitely there might be a layer to supervise them. So that need to be there. That is number one. Same time, AI technology can only bring some value and speed up the code that they do, and same time, we can reduce the error rate as well. So the manual supervision, we have to keep as same as the usual scenarios. But by having this tool, we only encouraging to avoid to do the coding part by the superior guy. That means, in your case, most of the scenario we have seen within the industry, tech leads are writing codes, right? But junior guys, we are deploying very lesser number of junior guys to add value for the project, right? So the concept within this tool, we need to break that structure. That means tech lead, they are leads. By their name, you can see they are leads. They need to supervise the junior guys. That concept properly need to be maintained. So if the superior guy is not available for complete evaluating the junior guys' work, then that we identify as a blocker. For that blockers, those kind of blockers, definitely we have to allocate another resource to clear up that blocker. But with this tool, we are not trying to correct that structure in those scenarios, like automation via the doing the automation part of and covering the superior guys' work, but we are trying to streamline the structure within the organization. That is the whole concept of this tool. Okay, right. I believe that's all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Okay.
Thank you very much, Nipuna, for that great, insightful session. So Dilom, if you can join us on the stage to hand over a token of appreciation to Nipuna. Thank you very much, Nipuna, for that great, wonderful session.